John Brankus, the visionary behind ESPN Sports Science, passed away on May 31, 2025, at the age of 54 after a battle with depression. Max Williams, a former GM and head coach for the Dallas Chaparrals of the American Basketball Association, passed away back on January 27 at the age of 86. Norma Deerfield was a former second baseman in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. She passed away back on October 13, 2024, at the age of 96. Betsy Sock'em Jock'em, a former player in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, passed away on May 31, 2025, at the age of 104, leaving behind a legacy as one of the pioneers of women's professional baseball. Stephen Wright, a former offensive tackle who played for the Green Bay Packers during the legendary Vince Lombardi era, passed away on June 1, 2025, at the age of 82. He played for a total of 5 teams from 1964 to 1972. Jim Marshall, a former NFL defensive tackle, passed away on June 3 at the age of 87. Marshall played college football at Ohio State University, where he was a standout athlete before briefly joining the Canadian Football League with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He was later drafted by the Cleveland Browns in 1960, but his career truly flourished after joining the Vikings in 1961. Tom Rafferty, a former NFL offensive lineman who spent his entire 14-year career in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys, passed away on June 5 at the age of 70. Known for his durability and versatility, he started 167 consecutive games, a franchise record at the time. Scott Metcalf, a former NHL center, passed away on June 6 at the age of 58 as reported by the NHL Alumni Association. He spent parts of 3 seasons in the NHL with the Sabres and Oilers. Doug Eggers, a former NFL linebacker who played 5 seasons in the National Football League, primarily with the Baltimore Colts and later the Chicago Cardinals, passed away June 3 at the age of 94. Richard Dick Jackson, a former National League umpire, passed away on May 27 at the age of 78. He was used during the umpires' strike during the 1995 season. John Richard Shulock, a former professional baseball umpire who officiated in the American League from 1979 to 1999 and across Major League Baseball from 2000 to 2002, passed away on June 5 at the age of 76. Over his 24-year career, Shulock umpired 3,050 Major League games, earning a reputation for his sharp judgment and fiery temperament. Eddie Garcia, a former NFL placekicker for the Green Bay Packers for 3 seasons, passed away on June 5 at the age of 65. David Greenwood, a former National Basketball Association power forward and center, passed away at the age of 68 on June 8. Greenwood's career spanned 12 years from 1979 to 1991. Mark Arnold Lomas, a steadfast presence on the defensive line for the New York Jets, passed away on June 4, 2025, just days before his 77th birthday. Wayne DeSutter, a former American Football League tackle for the Buffalo Bills, passed away on June 8 at the age of 81. Johnny O'Brien, a versatile athlete and former Major League Baseball player, passed away at the age of 94 on June 13. A talented second baseman and occasional pitcher, O'Brien played for the Pirates, Cardinals, and Braves during his 6-season career. Stu Barber, a former linebacker who transitioned to being a full-time tackle and guard, passed away on June 11 at the age of 85. He played for the Bills from 1961 to 1969 and was part of 2 AFL championships. Ron Taylor, a 2-time World Series winning pitcher and longtime Toronto Blue Jays team physician, passed away on June 16, 2025, at the age of 87 after a lengthy illness. He was a relief pitcher over all or parts of 11 seasons, 1962 to 1972, in Major League Baseball with the Indians, Cardinals, Astros, Mets, and Padres. Swift Birch, a former CFL All-Star pass rusher, passed away back on May 21 at the age of only 55. He played for 3 different CFL teams over 8 seasons. Charlie Hinton, a former NFL center, passed away on June 21 at the age of 82. He played with the 1968 New York Giants. Vic Harris, a versatile switch-hitting utility player who brought grit and adaptability to Major League Baseball during the 1970s, passed away back on April 26 at the age of 75. Over 9 MLB seasons, Harris played for 5 teams: the Rangers, Cubs, Cardinals, Giants, and Brewers. John Thornton, a former NFL defensive tackle, passed away on May 9 at the age of 55. He played for the 1991 Cleveland Browns. Richard Stevens, a former offensive lineman, passed away at the age of 60 on June 23. Stevens played 2 seasons with the Raiders, appearing in 29 games and starting 2 between 1993 and 1995. Matt Murray, a former MLB pitcher, passed away at the age of 54 due to complications from surgery on June 22. During the 1995 season he pitched for the Braves and Red Sox. Ronald McLean, a former NFL defensive lineman for the Denver Broncos and Kansas City Chiefs, passed away on April 14 at the age of 62. McLean spent parts of 2 seasons in the NFL in 1987 with the Denver Broncos and 1988 with the Kansas City Chiefs. Diego Segui, the Cuban-born pitcher whose career spanned decades in baseball eras, passed away as reported on social media at the age of 87. A master of the forkball and a pioneer in many respects, Segui leaves behind a legacy as one of the most quietly influential pitchers of his generation. Gary Philbin, the relentless defensive end whose dominance helped propel the New York Jets to their historic Super Bowl III victory, passed away on June 25 at the age of 83. Chandler Jones, a former defensive backs coach in the Canadian Football League for the Montreal Alouettes, tragically passed away at the age of 33 due to injuries sustained in a car accident. Bob Hefner, a former Major League Baseball pitcher whose career spanned the 1960s, passed away peacefully on June 25 at the age of 86. From 1963 to 1968 he pitched for the Red Sox, Indians, and Angels. Fred Huckel, a trailblazing figure in professional hockey who skated for the Blackhawks and the Blues, passed away on June 5 at the age of 93. Ed Mickelson, a former Major League Baseball first baseman and a beloved figure in the St. Louis baseball community, passed away on June 27 at the age of 98. He played with the Cardinals, Browns, and Cubs in the mid-50s. Dave Parker, the towering outfielder whose blend of power, swagger, and style made him one of baseball's most electrifying figures, passed away on June 28 at the age of 74. Known as the Cobra, Parker's career spanned 19 seasons, leaving an indelible mark on Major League Baseball and the hearts of fans across generations. Oliver Gibson, a steadfast presence on the defensive line and a product of heartland tenacity, passed away as announced on June 29 at the age of 53. He played with the Steelers and Bengals. Hoskin Powell, a former outfielder in Major League Baseball, passed away on June 27 at the age of 70. Powell played with the Twins and Blue Jays in the early 80s. John Brankus, the visionary behind ESPN Sports Science.